On today's episode, we take you into the heart of the underground music scene in Gainesville, the Dumpster, Gainesville's premier house show venue, hosting touring bands from around the country, the world, and local acts alike. I'm joined by DONKNG, the owners of this awesome venue, who have quickly made a name for their music and venue here in town. We sat down, cracked a few cold ones, and discussed the band's new music coming out this summer and the local Gainesville scene. I'm Ian Mikish, and this is Bards in Bars Getting Beer. What's up, guys? I'm Ian with Level to the Room, and we are not at a bar for this episode's of Bards in Bars. We are at the Dumpster. Definitely one of the most renowned and amazing house show venues in all of Gainesville. I'm joined here with the awesome DONKNG, Cam, and Juan. How's it going, guys?
I'm good. I gotta fix in all of America. One of the best house venues in all of America.
This is true. Also, we're missing Matt.
Yeah, Matt's not here.
DONKNG is
It's a trio. It is a trio.
It's 2/3 of DONKNG.
He's working.
Missing Matt.
He's working? What's he working on?
Working hard.
He's actually working on some of the bass lines
Oh.
for some stuff that we will be talking about later.
Yeah, new bass lines. So, first of all, we have an interview up on our channel with DONKNG from last year, right? When you guys just put out your record, Daydreams.
Yeah.
If you guys want to go check that out, there's a lot about Daydreams. But today, we're here to talk about new singles. We're here to talk about tour. We're here to talk about beer. We're here to talk about stuff, just kind of just some bros getting some beers together, What's some of your favorite acts that have come through the Dumpster in the past since we talked last?
Well, the last show we had was actually just this Wednesday, so 4 or 5 days ago. Top Nachos, they were a duo, but their energy was so great, and they stayed here. They're super nice guys, so that was really cool. Brandon Can't Dance was really cool too, and they just got off tour with Alex G, but they were so loud at the same time. This poor house was couldn't handle it. I was oh my god. But yeah, besides that, we love having RV come by because it's always a party when they're here. When Slumberjack played, we thought the floor was gonna straight up just break on us because the house is on stilts, so when people go up and down, you just feel it bouncing in the middle. So it's kind of nerve-wracking, but we tell people side to side.
Not up and down.
Yeah, side to
left,
side.
left, right.
Samba.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. What's it in your guys' opinion, the difference between playing a house show and playing a local venue here in town, or even in Orlando or something like that?
Well, the thing to me about house shows is it's really intimate. People are so grateful to be there because it's somebody's house, they're invited into someone's home. So in general, I feel the vibes are more oh, we have to be respectful and everybody's friends, and then the other thing is that with venues, sometimes it's kind of luck of the draw, what kind of crowd you're gonna have, because so many different things could be going on that night, or they could be charging too much at the door, or it's out of someone's way to drive. But with the house, you have so much more control, you decide what to charge, you decide if there's gonna be drinks and how many drinks, and friends of friends invite other people, and it just always turns into a good time because people always come out and they feel comfortable.
Cool. So what's been going on with DONKNG and the band since last we spoke?
For a while we were kind of in a transitionary period, just because Matt's been mainly in South Florida, and we still work on things, we stay in contact, but the fact that he's not here makes it a lot harder to play shows regularly. So we kind of took advantage of that time and that space that we had to work on our sound, think about the future, the moves we're gonna do, how we're gonna present ourselves, and what our album is gonna sound as a whole in terms of genre.
I think especially like Juan said this last semester, I think it went through the first time, the first couple months it was a little weird, just because since we weren't all together at the same time, we were all developing really rapidly by ourselves. like Juan became a jazz, like he committed to being a jazz minor, so like he has a practice room where he goes in there like, I don't know, like 7 hours a day and practices. And then I've been practicing a lot by myself too, and I'm sure Matt's been the same. So it took us a little bit to kind of like get back into like being DONKNG again. But like just taking it from last show, like that's one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite sets that we've played. And so yeah, it seems to just be coming together way better than it was to begin with.
You guys were talking about like going away and figuring out your new record, genre-wise and stuff like that. What can we expect for the new record, genre-wise? Is it different, more the same from Daydreams, or?
I think it's really different. I think mostly it's like the attitude. At least for me, like just from a writing standpoint and like from what we want to convey as a band, I think Juan feels the same way. And I'll throw the plug. We went to the Parquet Court show and lost our minds, and that's just kind of what we want to convey musically now. So it's a lot more just aggressive attitude, and like more instrumentation. Like I said, we've all gotten a lot better.
Off camera, we were talking a little bit about this new single that you guys have been working on with Dave Hansen, right, in Orlando, from Summerjack.
And Dog Island.
And Dog Island?
Yeah.
Cool. What's this new single like? I know we talked about a little bit like the philosophical message behind it. If you guys could just speak a little bit about that.
I mean, well, instrumentally, it's like, how do I say? It's like very driving, to the point. Like I personally think it's like a perfect song to release as a single, like to showcase the upcoming album, because it has like everything it needs to be like a great song, and nothing more and nothing less. Like I remember the first time we were with Matt and like we got the song down, and sometimes it's kind of weird with songs. Sometimes you have to like polish them over a period of time. Like some songs you have to work out a lot more than others, but with this one it was just like the first time that we played it from start to finish, we all just agreed like that was like perfect, like nothing needs to like be added. So I think it's really great, and it has like great riffs, like great drum beats. Like I don't know, I really love that song. Like there's like a space where there's like a false stop, and like the end is very abrupt, and it's very like in your face, which is like what we're trying to convey. And like the message behind the lyrics too is just like very much like ourselves, just like this is what we're trying to tell you, you know. It's not like about like a girl in high school. It's just like we're like here, like we want you to know this.
Sweet.
At least with that song, yeah.
So you guys are going to be going on tour earlier in the summer, in a few months. Where are you guys going? Are you guys excited for like certain shows, certain cities?
Yeah, I'm psyched about the whole thing. Like we've played around Florida a bunch. But yeah, I love to drive. I just love long distance drives.
We're just doing it for the road trip.
Yeah, we're just doing it for the road trip.
And like we're hitting for the beef jerky. It's all for the beef jerky, right?
We're hitting like just cities that we've never been to. Like me and Juan spent like 48 hours in New York City, but we're gonna be there for 4 days, and then we're gonna do DC, Chicago,
Atlanta.
Yeah, just cities that we've always really wanted to go to, and we get to play music there, which is awesome. Yeah.
What made you guys want to go more in this like aggressive direction with your music instead of sticking? You guys were aggressive on Daydreams, but it wasn't like the main driving force. Daydreams was more so like a little bit spacey, a little bit like chilled out, but it definitely had like that element. What made you guys more go towards like just in your face fucking aggressive rock?
I think just like new music that we've been listening to.
Yeah, it's like music influences. You know, Daydreams was released before the election.
Yeah,
that's
New York Times. Also, we had been playing Daydreams for a really long time before that. So like when we put it out, it wasn't like it was new to us. So we were ready to just kind of reamp.
The thing for me personally, like just speaking for myself, is Daydreams was super exciting because it was the first like legit, well-recorded, like well-planned out thing we produced and released as a band. but now that like we got over that milestone, it's like the next thing I wanted to like have like a statement, like be like by its own right, like not just because like we did it, like in its own right, like even if you don't know us, even if you've never heard of us, I want people to be like, wow, like I totally feel that, and like it's really great. And also because I felt that to a certain extent there was like a contrast between what we sound like on record and how we sound live, because like we sometimes like rely on our energy a lot, you know, and like people are really receptive to that, but on record it's a lot harder to get that like across, you know, because like in a live setting people are jumping, like the drummer, or like I'm like hitting things very hard but like on record you don't see those things, you know what I'm saying, like you don't get the energy, and I want people to like get that energy, like I want it to come across.
See the sweat.
Yeah, exactly. I want
you to hear the sweat.
Yeah.
I think a big difference too between like what we're trying to do now and what we were doing then is that Daydreams is like a recording, you know. We went in for 2 days, did the thing, was happy with like the performances that were on there, but we're trying to like, at least this time around, be able to take more time with it, like just not have it be so rushed, and we have the tools to do it now. So
what are you guys drinking today?
I'm drinking. Well, we're drinking Blue Moon and Belgian White. Shouts out Belgium.
Give me free stuff.
Yeah. You guys have a really good soccer team.
What made you guys choose Blue Moon?
It's like the best affordable beer.
Yeah. like it's like not low tier, you know, but not top tier.
It's our fancy night beer.
Your fancy night beer?
Fancy
it's
night
like
time.
You're going out with your folks. You're
yeah.
Dad's gonna buy a beer this time. I'm gonna get a Blue Moon.
Pass me that $5 Blue Moon, please.
Heck yeah! Instead of those High Lifes that are plentiful and always.
They're the champagne of beer. Don't get me wrong. They get me through the night, but like if I can have a Blue Moon, I'm gonna get me a Blue Moon.
It's true. It's true. I'm drinking a Sweetwater Extra Pale Ale 420. I literally got this beer because in my hometown, in my favorite bar, there's a hand-drawn poster of this like branding there, and I was like, oh, I haven't had Sweetwater in like a year and a half. I'm gonna grab that. It's a great beer. It's I don't know. It's just a good beer to sit down and enjoy. It's high alcohol content. Will do the job. You know, like it's a $10 6-pack, just like the Blue Moons.
That's up there on the list of priorities.
No,
it has to do the job.
Yeah, right. Like the thing about the High Lives and like
you
Stella,
gotta
you gotta get a 12-pack. You gotta get a 12-pack.
I feel like if you get the Tall Boys, the 4-pack of Tall Boys for the $5,
yeah,
and you just like you holster those throughout the night, like you'll get there.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, you get the 4-pack of Tall Boys and some 305s, and you're ready for that street corner.
And I mean, if you really want to lose your mind, you get a 4 Loko. And start fighting people outside my yard.
Or those, what are they called? What are those wines called? The Mad Dog 2020s. You guys know about those? Yeah, just like malt liquor wine that they sell at gas stations. That's where. That's really where it's at. Shouts out to the cheap drinks that get the job done.
Yeah, at that Slumberjack show.
They're good, but
I mean, they're expensive.
They're expensive. We're all struggling.
I know all you
artists.
CEOs are watching this. Very important stuff. Yeah.
Sweet. So Juan, you just had an independent film come out that you worked on as a student for UF. Can you speak a little bit about the message behind your film? What's it called? Stuff like that.
Why are you getting bugs on film, boy?
The film was called Submarine. It was like the first professional film I ever made, or it was the first film I ever made, and I don't know, the film, the only criteria was that it had to be experimental, and the idea was that you're like exploring a subconscious mind in the film, so I kind of just like let it take me like wherever it would take me. I mean, we only had like 2 weeks to do it, like film it and edit it. So I was like pulling all-nighters because I had to reshoot like so many things. But it was like a super great learning experience, and like I'm super excited to do like more videos, like music videos. Like we want to make a music video for the single that we have coming out, so like I'm really excited to like set that up, you know, and like we're gonna brainstorm, like it's gonna be like our thing, and like I'm glad that I have like the knowledge and like the means to like edit and like shoot, and like I know about lighting now and like sound, so I'm like super excited for that because I think it's gonna be great.
Cool. Cam, I have the story that I tell a lot of people about how I came over here to jam one night, and you picked up my guitar with my pedals and my amplifier and played it a billion times better than I could have ever played it. And I go, Cam, you're a great guitarist. And the first thing out of your mouth is, I know. When did you start playing guitar, and what is your regiment for getting as great? Because like Daydreams and your live stuff does showcase your playing very well, but things I've heard you do outside of that are just like stupid, like stupid shredded, like 12-year-old, like, oh, I wish I could do this. Like, what is like your regimen for playing? Do you practice like every day? Like, when did you start playing? Like that kind of stuff.
I started playing like in middle school. I definitely separate guitar playing from DONKNG.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a lot more song oriented. Like there's a lot, especially in a trio. There's just space that you don't want to leave blank with like a solo. And the whole kind of, I guess we all have this underlying philosophy in the band that the least we can do, the better. Like yeah, so for the most part you'll just see me playing chords in DONKNG. Guitar wise, I only said that just because I feel like that is such an awkward question. What do you want me to be like? No, Ian, no, please don't say that to me. I don't. I mean, it's yeah. To all the guitar geeks out there, I don't think I'm that great.
He is that great, I promise you. He is that great.
Yeah, no, I practice every day. I'll go through my scales and stuff. But I've definitely, throughout the years, I have been sort of giving up. Like, there's a sort of time management that you have to do where, like, I'll devote a lot more to like, songwriting than I do to guitar playing now.
What is your guys' favorite local band here in Gainesville? Like, if you guys, like if they're on a bill, or, like, you throw on this record more so than others, like, locally here?
I mean, we like everything Cool Aside does. Like, they're, like, a really good group. We love how like hard they work, you know, to promote. Charlie does like a really great job, like helping people record if they don't have the resources, like setting up shows, promoting those shows. All those bands are great. Like, we've had Illuminate play here, Rosemary Kennedy's played here, and it's always like a great time, and they're like super nice people. Besides that,
UVTV is amazing.
Oh yeah, UVTV. We're like huge fans. And they played like their tour kickoff show.
At the Backyard?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
boy.
Like, dude, with like Curly's.
Yeah.
Curly's so good. I have never loved a 1.5-minute song so
Dude,
much.
they just like
100 miles an hour. The whole time.
But it's like there's not a note that's like off place. Like, everything's perfect.
Yeah, they're really
It's like, it was like so impressive.
Like true professionals.
Yeah.
So good. And like their attitude. It's like, all right, next song. Like, so good.
Songs about shoes.
Hello, people of the internet! I am Ian Mikish with Level to the Room. I'm here with DONKNG, Juan and Cam, 2/3 of the amazing local band DONKNG. Also the owners of The Dumpster, one of the best local house show venues in all of the city of Gainesville. Is there anything you guys want to say to the good people of Gainesville, Orlando, whoever the hell watches or reads our blog? That camera, whatever you want to say, your turn.
You should definitely go like our Facebook page because that helps with booking. We have single coming out soon and new record on the works.
I know it's heartbreaking, but professional wrestling is fake.
It's fake. But slap boxing at the dumpster is not fake. So don't come with that sauce.
You see some hands swinging, that's real.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers. To level to the room.
Freeze frame. Ah!